Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Go Flying. It's been a while, but I'm here at the airfield. I'm supposed to be meeting Sam here. I don't know where he is. It's a bit of a ghost town actually. Oh wait, there he is. He just appeared at the other end of the airfield. And he's taking me up to Rossall in Golf Charlie Golf. And we're going to go and see James Walker, see a man about a plane. Stick with me and you'll find out what's happening shortly.
Can you hear me okay?
Hey fam.
Good.
Hello and welcome on board Golf Charlie Golf with Sam.
Hello.
Familiar aircraft, familiar people, all confusing.
Probably a few people wondering why I'm not sat here wearing a shirt, tie and a waistcoat.
Yes, that's true. Oh dear.
Who is this imposter?
And what am I doing in this aeroplane as well? That will be the other question. Beautiful plane.
We'll just let her warm up a little bit before we move off. Although Steve has kindly cut the grass, so we'll roll a bit easier today. So I think the plan is we'll depart off runway 08 with a left turn out. We'll go up the, as it's now known, the northwest transit corridor. We'll head towards Lee Flash. And then from there, I thought if we pick up the M61, it takes us towards Wharton. We'll speak to them for a bit of a transit. And then Rossall Field are landing on 02. I spoke to James, right-hand circuit, it's at 700 feet, but I guess if it's quiet, we'll aim to just position for a long final.
Absolutely.
Straight in. Our flap set. Trim looks good. 68 on the climb out with a left turn. You ready?
Hey firm, you got to say it though.
Let's go flying.
Let's go flying. Power.
Power set. T's and P's in the green. Airspeed alive. Coming away. Left turn out coming up. Keep a good look out, quite hazy. Just going to bring the power back slightly for the climb. And accelerate away. Flaps are up, trim set, T's and P's are in the green.
It's great not having to make the turn so early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Since the low-level route rules have changed slightly.
Very hazy.
It is hazy.
Descend to altitude.
It's, I mean, I've flown in worse, but...
5,000 feet, 1006, channel full uniform Delta. Police 42,
As have I, just normally in something a bit more complex.
It's not as bumpy as I thought it would be with this kind of haze, though.
Yeah. We're obviously stuck below some kind of inversion, aren't we? But
Manchester radar vectors for the ILS to runway 05. Correction, vectors for a VOR DME approach to runway 05.
So performance-wise, quite impressive.
Level 70.
We've got 97, 98 knots, 100 knots. 4,300 RPM, straight and level flight,
12 litres an hour.
Just 12 litres an hour, which is just brilliant really for
I could offer you a transit via John
this type of aircraft. Very impressive.
Work for you? Police 42, choose a weather, we're just going to remain on track, we'll just go around the bottom of the zone. Police 42, roger. Ryanair 11 November Hotel, speed 165 knots to 4 miles. 165 to 4, Ryanair 11 November Hotel. Ryanair 11 November Hotel, contact tower 118.630.
Picking up some thermals.
636 Ryanair 11 November Hotel.
Yeah, the air is fairly active, isn't it, with that 12 knot wind, 050, 12 knots on takeoff. The runway orientation is 080, so 30 degree crosswind component.
Wind currently from the same direction at 28 knots.
Really? 28 knots. Wow.
Turkish Juliet Delta, free speed, leave day.
You can really see that we are being pushed.
Yeah, I can feel that. Do you know, something very strange happened yesterday, or the day before, when I went flying with Anna.
Correction.
On the ground, it was probably about 8 or 9 knots from the northeast. 8 or 9 knots from the northeast. Similar wind direction.
80 degrees, Turkish Juliet Delta.
And then we took off and we headed south in the corridor. So we should have had a tailwind. We had a headwind.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, we had a tailwind. But when we were landing, the wind was still from the northeast. Really weird.
It's weird how the wind can change so much.
It literally
in such a short space of time, you know.
Complete opposite. It was.
Yep.
And I was just looking at the numbers, and I was like, this doesn't. How does this make sense? It's crazy.
Yeah, we see that quite a lot. You know, in the airline world, when you're on approach, the wind can be. You can have a tailwind, and then within the space of 1,000, 1,500 feet, it comes around 180 degrees completely.
Remarkable. Just goes to show, no 2 days flying are ever the same, are they?
They are not. There's Lee Flash on the nose, just to the left.
Master Radar Scanner 6-1 Echo, any speed?
Golf Charlie Oscar Charlie Golf, Eurofox Microlight from Hawksview to Rossall Field to PLB. Currently 2 nautical miles northeast of Wigan Lakes. Climbing altitude 2,000 feet, QNH 1006. Request basic service and zone transit south to north.
Golf Charlie Golf basic service, MAP transit approved on the QNH 1007.
Basic service, zone transit approved. We'll follow the M6 northbound and the QNH 1007. Golf Charlie Golf.
Golf Charlie Golf FR band, squawk 3641.
3641 you have, Golf Charlie Golf. Right then.
So we're getting a bit of a peppering off Winter Hill by the feel of it. I think that's where it's coming from.
Tango now, just before me another.
We'll roll over. It's
yeah.
Present Tango, nearest contact, size 2 miles.
We should be coming out of that now. If we're
the other one
north is that way, 050. So yeah, we should be coming out of it.
And 2 Tango, further traffic to the north-northwest, 5 miles, size 3,800 feet.
Roger, he's got it.
Hang on, what wind direction are we on up here? 050. Have you got?
See that big thermal there, look.
Yeah.
It's like flying on a summer's day and it's like beginning of March.
It is hazy though, isn't it?
It's very hazy. In fact, hazier than I was expecting.
I might take my sunglasses off. In fact, I don't know whether that's better or worse.
I'm not sure it makes it any better, to be honest.
I don't know whether it's better or worse. Actually, I think it is a little better. Yep, we're definitely getting a bit of rotor, aren't we?
Just a little bit. Should be out of it shortly. I'll keep the speed up so we maintain controllability.
Just request nearest traffic.
I'll just deviate from the route slightly, like you say, just to give it a slightly wider berth.
Oh, bloody hell, that was cold. I just opened the window, it's shot open.
Whose idea was it to fly up instead of just jumping in the car for an hour?
It is bumpy, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Shame we can't get a bit higher and ride in the smooth air above the inversion. A lot of rising air.
Yeah,
so obviously it's quite warm, you know, it's bumpy up here because the wind gradient, you know, the wind's a lot stronger up here than on the ground, and then mix in with that the strong thermals.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of early afternoon now, and
I've got my Delta commencing PFL.
Up to you, obviously, but I'd be tempted to come back via the coast. But I'm a wuss, so...
we can maybe do that on the way back.
That's what I meant, on the way back.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the... No, I can't get my words out. We'll see how the weather changes. I checked the TAF, they all look good for later this afternoon. It shouldn't really change. Visibility might reduce slightly this afternoon.
Or even more?
Late this afternoon, like into the evening, yeah.
We'll be back by then, sir. Oh, big swimming pool. Very big
You know I love that game, don't get me started.
God, it's just, you know, I forgot the view in these Eurofoxes where you just kind of, you know, you look around and then you go whoop, like that and you look straight down. That is the view. Like, there's the wheel. It is, I mean,
great.
That's pretty much unrivaled in terms of view. Not great for the people scared of heights. Which is a funny one, because I have a fear of heights, but not in an aeroplane so much. Although I have covered this before, I don't like looking up. Oh, that makes me... No, not doing that.
Really?
Oh, like that. No, actually, that's just triggered something in me that I didn't like that at all.
Give you vertigo.
Yeah.
And now we've got the sinking air.
Lovely.
Anyway, we've got the M6, so just to be clear, it's cleared us through the zone. 1007 we've got set. And I think just to keep us clear of Preston, we'll just follow the M6 loosely around. I can see it there, a heavy aircraft. So.
Bravo, changing to button information 120 distance 225.
Papa Bravo Roger, score conspicuity, goodbye.
A lot of rising and sinking air.
There is, keeps you busy.
The winds are a lot stronger than Sky Demon was forecasting because we've been airborne for 18 minutes. Sky Demon thought the flight would only take 24.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
we're showing, what, 33 knots on the nose, 34 knots?
Yeah, it's 22 knots from the right.
35 knots, wow.
At least we'll get back quick.
That's true.
10 minutes from Rossall Field.
I'll be upset if I don't see at least 120 knots ground speed. So, how are you getting on with the aeroplane now?
Good,
How many hours have you flown in it since you got it?
I have no idea. Probably somewhere in the region of maybe only about 30 or maybe a little bit more. Do you think? I don't know. I've had it since September, but then we had a couple of months where the weather wasn't too good for flying, but then the last week or two we've got quite a bit in, haven't we? So
yeah, that's true.
Maybe 30 hours, yeah. Not a lot really.
Lovely.
But good, it's very easy to fly, it's very stable in the cruise. It's efficient, it's economical on the fuel. The autopilot's nice. Just to free you up a little bit when you're covering a bit more distance.
Yeah, I'm normally a terrible passenger. There's only a handful of people that I will fly with. But you are one of them, Sam. I feel very comfortable.
That's good to know. Thank you.
There's a few others, but yeah. I've just been watching you in your altitude as even in these thermals, it's only deviated by 20 feet for the last 10 minutes.
Mostly, unless we get caught in a big one. Yeah, it's just a case of just looking out, looking in, looking out, looking in. Keeping up a good scan, keep an eye on your engine, keep an eye on your airspeed.
Just going over the outskirts of Preston now.
Just off to the left, yeah, not that you can really see it. I'm sure the haze is getting worse up here than Manchester, but we're not far out, are we? So
no. So I'll drop this recording here for a little bit, and then we'll pick you up once we've located Rossall.
Okay, runway looks good, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, it's about, looking at it, it's about 20 degrees off the runway, the wind.
Right. Right.
From the right.
Roger.
Decent crab angle.
Yeah, it's quite a strong wind.
Just threats to be aware of. Obviously, these pylons
Power
down
lines,
here.
Yeah, thanks. If you're not happy at any point, just say
fine.
so. I'm not.
No, I'm fine.
I'm not precious or anything like that. We're going to get battered now. We're not going to be able to see ball.
Just take your time. I will shut up now. Unless spoken to.
Roger. Okay, got the field in sight. Could be a bit blustery, a bit sort of gusty because of these thermals, so
Roger.
I'll just keep the speed on for now.
Okay.
And for that reason, I'm going to land half flat.
Okay, mate.
Russell Field, traffic, Golf Charlie Golf, short final, runway 02, Russell Field. Slight wind from the right at the moment.
Very nicely done, mate. That was tricky. That was very tricky. You absolutely nailed that.
Right.
Excuse my French. Very nice. Amongst the best of them, that, mate.
Thank you. I'll take that.
That was brilliant.
Excuse the language.
I think it was justified, to be honest. It was tricky. I can see that.
Right, vacator, the brakes are off. Got rid of the flap. Make sure we don't put the wingtip in the hedge this time.
I'll edit that out for Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
There was no damage.
It's a good job it's ceramic coated, put it that way.
It is blustery, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's those strong thermals today. I'm just going to avoid that.
Yeah. Shout, sir.
Yeah, that's definitely what we would call a stiff breeze. And we've got a hangar in front of us as well.
Should be right there. Doesn't need tying down, does she?
Well, I don't know.
She's into wind.
I don't think it's going to take off, is it? But I mean, as long as you're into wind, it shouldn't take one wing, should it?
I wonder. Let's just.
What if it's a bit more sheltered here?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it's rolling over the hangar, isn't it?
Should we get a coffee? Can we get a coffee? Is the clubhouse open?
I think so. Yeah.
And,
I'll just grab my phone in case James rings me. Yeah. Okay. Elson, it's blowing a hoolie. We've managed to park up the aeroplane, which is over there. I don't know if you can see it. We'd like nosed it into the hangar because it's very windy. In fact, I was just going through the Blackpool TAF just then. It's currently 060. It's 17 knots at Blackpool. So yes, it's rather blustery. And we've found our way into the lovely Rossall clubhouse. Sam's
to find a lukewarm cup of tea, I think.
Yeah, so James was James rang me as we were about to leave. He said he's been called out to do something and he'll be back shortly. So anyway, we've got here, and it's like there's some kind of crime scene. We saw this cop. Oops, that's me. This cop just here on the side, and
it told a story.
It did. It's warm, so you can see James had obviously gone to go and sit in his favourite chair, which looks like where Sam's sat right now.
Good chair.
Yeah, so now we're here. I'm just waiting for James now. Hopefully this wind doesn't get too much stronger. Not amazingly pleasant, but yeah, at least it was more or less down the strip. I think if that was a 90-degree crosswind, that might have been a bit of an unpleasant one.
It would have been quite a challenge, I think.
Indeed.
We'd have been out of limits, wouldn't we?
True. I think the strongest I've flown what were we in? No, we were in RB, actually. Anna and I flew to Slate. And we landed at Slape, and it was about 24 knots, I think it was. But it was more or less straight down the runway. It was probably 10 degrees off, something like that. But when we took off, it's like we were at 1,000 feet before we're at the end of the runway.
I expect it'll be a similar story today. And then we'll be back to Hawksview in about 8 minutes.
Yeah, 43-minute flight here, 8-minute return leg.
Well, it's quite strong. Quite strong, the winds, really. It's sort of 2,000 feet.
I don't know which point it really, because I hadn't checked the weather today because I didn't know what we were doing. So I wasn't
Demon. I checked the weathers locally: Blackpool, Manchester, Wharton, and I plugged the route into Sky Demon, and it said about 15 knots at 2,000 feet. So.
And it wasn't. It was 30. Odd.
Yeah, there's a lesson to be learned there, isn't there?
Indeed.
Let's see what the
do you know?
form's saying.
I wouldn't have liked to have done that on my own.
Really?
Yeah, don't like that. I don't find it enjoyable, you know, when it's like that. I don't find that kind of flying fun.
I like a challenge. I'll be honest, the least enjoyable part of that flight was just when we got in here and realising how strong it was, because we don't have a tie-down kit.
Yeah, that's why we've nosed into the hangar, isn't it?
It's not fun, is it, when you're worrying about your aeroplane, you know, they don't weigh a lot, do they? Empty.
No, I've seen I heard about there was an aircraft at Barton a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it was parked up, and just this random thermal, it wasn't even windy on the ground, it was like 10, 11 knots, something like that. This random thermal just got under the wing and flipped the plane over.
Wow.
Completely.
Almost unheard of.
I know it was caught on camera apparently, and it was just, similar thing. Strange. So hopefully we won't have any of that today. So we're just going to sit here now and wait for James, and then have a look around this aeroplane, and then head back.
Crunch some numbers.
Indeed.
Hey up.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sorry.
Camera straight in the face.
How are we doing?
You need a make another brew. This one's still warm.
Is it?
Thanks for letting us know it was like, blowing a hoolie.
It is in the forecast, boys.
Would we be right in suggesting that you had sat down and you were about to have a cup of coffee?
Yeah, and then when all help, probably not possible.
No, I haven't put that. But we said you were called away. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello.
We had a coffee with James, followed by a good look around the aircraft, and then it was time to head home. By this point, the wind had picked up even more, and it was on the limits of what we were comfortable with, which certainly made for an eventful flight back.
Are you happy to go?
I will be in 1 second. It's me. There it is. Yep, I'm good to go when you are, mate.
Right then.
Strapped in.
Rossall Field traffic, Golf Charlie Golf departing runway 02 with a right turn out, Rossall Field. Right, let's do it.
Let's go flying.
Let's go flying. Power set, airspeed align. Visibility's definitely improved.
Yeah, massively.
Right, bring the power back slightly. Oh, it's improved massively. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Just windy as...
It's windy, yeah.
Is current.
Well, that was a seat lever, that one.
It was a little bit.
Service, we had copied Sierra 40907. Tiger 261 Fox, Roger. No change from information code Sierra. And what type of approach would you prefer for runway 07?
We'll remember this day,
Yep.
Nick. And next time we say,
261 Fox,
should we fly? I'll take the car.
Intend to fly a TACAN.
Maybe we'll err on the side of caution and just take the car. Although, we'll be sat in that right now.
That is the point.
TACAN 07.
Which may be preferable if this bumpiness gets any worse, but
we can offer is either
not.
a radar vector surveillance radar approach or to fly procedural approach NDB to DMA.
It's not going to be nice going past Winter Hill, is it?
Not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. We can play with the speed as,
Roger, continue present heading, report the heading.
you know, see if that makes a difference, but
Heading 293,
maybe try and give it a slightly wider berth.
The speed vectors for the final approach track for runway 0, NDB DMA approach for runway 07 at Wharton, and the QNH 1008.
Quite pleasant between the patches of haze, but
Yeah. Well, we're about to go past Winter Hill with a direct crosswind from the east at the moment. Not really looking forward to getting alongside it. Most people know that I don't really like hill rotor as it is, so yeah, it's quite a windy day. It is a windy old day, isn't it, Sam?
it is quite windy, yeah. Manchester, Liverpool, both reporting 17 knots. Fortunately for us, it should only be 30 degrees off at Hawksview, so it's not ideal.
No.
With the benefit of hindsight, maybe we would have driven, but it's workable.
Sam was saying, oh look, at least we're not stuck in the gridlock traffic down there on the M6. I bet they're looking up at us thinking, oh, I wish I was up there. I said, that's funny, because I'm looking down there thinking, I wish I was in that gridlock traffic on the M6. Certainly interesting conditions out there. Here we go, we're getting alongside the mountain now. We're just starting to get this rotor.
Just going to keep 90 knots. I don't want to go too slow because we need to maintain that controllability if we get sideswiped. So
yeah, I'm quite happy with you doing what you're doing, going this direction though. Just I think giving it a wide berth is definitely a good shout, for sure.
I suppose what some of the viewers might not
bloody hell.
Might not fully understand is that obviously these aeroplanes are much lighter than your normal sort of SEP aircraft, and because of that they are subject to atmospheric conditions probably more so than a lot of aircraft like your Cessnas and Pipers and things.
I think we probably got away with the worst of it there. I think that was the worst of it.
Don't say that. Experience has taught me not to
report established on the NDB DMA procedure.
not to tempt fate in that way.
Okay, that was it. Yeah,
the wind has come around.
Oh, now. That's unpleasant.
Let's tee Manchester up. Woo.
Oh.
Manchester low, Channel X12, Lima November, Airbus 321, with Yankee QH 1008, send us level 80 today. Chelix 12 Lima November, Manchester radar, vectors from I, let's approach from way
Right, let's go to 1,300 feet.
Speed 230 knots.
You right?
I'm all good, mate, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Uh,
Good.
Logan 1 Foxtrot, Mike turn left, heading 115. Left 115, like 115, right.
Well, we're clear of Winter Hill. I think we're still obviously getting some buffeting off it, but hopefully we'll be clear very soon.
oh, bloody hell, that was a decent one, wasn't it?
Logan 1 Foxtrot, Mark, quick bit of the distance. Logan 1 Foxtrot, Mike, in around 3 miles.
Hey.
Logan 1 Foxtrot, Mike, in fact, turn left, heading 090 degrees. Report localizer established. Left 090 degrees, walk out, Logan 1 Foxtrot, Mike.
That's my seat then.
Chelix 12 Lima November, request. Chelix 12 Lima November, stand by.
I'm just a bit quiet. It just requires a bit more focus in these conditions.
Yes,
I'm just
mate.
sort of
10863 tower.
focused on what we're going to do at the far end, make sure we get down safely.
Yeah, the more focused you are, the happier I am, mate.
QNH is 1008.
So I just heard the Manchester QNH 1008, which we've got set.
November, pass your message.
Yeah, 050 at 15 Manchester, Liverpool 060 at 18.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks. We're about 20 to 30 degrees off, aren't we?
Logan 1,
Yeah.
Foxtrot, Mike on your present track.
Horseshoe traffic, Golf Charlie Golf, final to land runway 08, Horseshoe traffic. I'm going to aim to land a bit longer down the runway because there's a bit of a gust. Sinking air, do you feel that?
Yep. More power into wind shear,
Yeah,
wind
it's alright,
shear.
it's alright.
Yeah, we drop down to
Thank
50, 52 then.
Manchester,
Sorry, mate. Watch
It's alright, I'm glad you call it.
Approaching level 80 inbound Mersey.
Nasty wind shear that.
Yankee 1008, 05 left, 80 up, 76.
74.
Thank you.
Charlie Bravo, Manchester
Yeah,
radar.
I'm just keeping the speed on for the
Yeah.
controllability, yeah.
I know, I'm just reading it for you.
Thank you.
60, 70.
Thank you.
05 left, no delay. Thank you so much, Jameson. 53 Charlie Bravo.
Okay, keeping the power on, keeping the power on.
Manchester, good afternoon. Chelsea,
Don't put that on YouTube. Don't put that on you. Well, it's just the conditions, isn't it?
Manchester radar, vector
Mate, that was a good landing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I don't know. Do you see the speed drop as we got?
Yeah, it was the
the
wind shear then, on 2 occasions, coming
Yeah.
on final and then also over the threshold.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely insane.
it was a good call. I felt the sink over the threshold, which is why I put a bit of power on
I
there.
watched it drop it. You lost like 15 knots immediately.
Yeah.
1905 Gemstone.
Well done, mate.
Thanks. You know, somebody like James could have made a better job of that one, but they're tricky conditions. That's really
very, very tricky,
it's
mate.
gusty, you know.
Don't make
Thank you.
don't make light of that. That was very impressive. Well handled. The wind was just darting around. Gusty as well.
I mean, the windsock stood up, look. Great check before we go back in. Good.